What's going on, everyone? We're out here beside my shop today, and I'm finding interesting things when I'm going through this process. So I have 3 Packards, 2 of which are in pretty rough shape. So the 4-door is what I'm working on today. So what I'm doing is basically taking parts off that people want, or parts that I can use, I think might be valuable. So I'm really digging into this car now. As you can see, the whole front end's off of it. Working on getting the engine out, and I'm pulling chrome trim off. So like all the door trim I've pulled, stuff like that. But this video I want to talk about interesting things you find when you start going through cars. So in the trunk, it was full of stuff, trim that's not usable. Obviously the guy was working on the car, and you can see here he was making a list of different things he needed to do. And a quick backstory is I bought this car out of a storage lot in Durham, North Carolina, this one as well, and they had been sitting there for 20 plus years, and the guy wanted them gone, so I picked them up just so that I can have the cars for parts if I needed them. Now come to find out, the 2-door is pretty rare, so this car has actually been sold and I have to ship it overseas. Still trying to work out the logistics on that. This car was in too bad a shape to fix. So you can see the bottom of the quarter's gone. The trunk, well, you can see the ground through it. But, you know, I've just been kind of clearing stuff out. Obviously someone liked Ruffles and Mountain Dew, which is not a bad thing. So inside, obviously, stuff has eaten through this car. I'm not a real big fan of crawling in here, just because I don't know what might still be living in here. So I've sold some little things, like guy wants a couple of the dash knobs. Sold the steering wheel. Guy wants the shift lever over there. The radio and the heater controls I'm not going to take out because that means I got to crawl in here. And yeah, no, not really that worried about it. But the coolest thing I found so far is on this side of the car. So I had to pull this door panel off, and here's what I found. Obviously some honeybees had made a home in here at one point in time. Luckily they're all dead, because that would have been awesome if I opened up this door and they were still alive. Yeah, pretty cool, right? So I had a little bit of an idea of what was going on in this door, because the bottom of it's rotted off, and you could see a few little honeycombs hanging out. But I had no idea that the whole door was full of that. Front door, not going to worry about pulling that door panel off. And if anyone needs some alcohol reagent, I guess I got some of that too. So, going back to cool things you find in the car, stuff like this. It's a GM key, so not really sure why it's in here. You are violating your parking privileges. Lancaster General Hospital. A map of Pennsylvania roads. And inside the glove box here, I have another Pennsylvania map. Wheel balancing. From Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So obviously this car was from Pennsylvania. So inside the 2-door, I found some paperwork and some information about the gentleman that used to own this car, and I couldn't get a hold of him, couldn't get a hold of his family, so this car is out of here. The 4-door, like I said, totally roached. Just taking some parts off of it for people that need parts. So the reason that I went into this door is the guy wants these 4 pieces of trim. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do next is reach in here and drag all this crap out, which is gonna be exciting. anyone is in the market for some slightly used honey, holler at me. I don't know if you guys can see inside this door, but the whole inside of the door is caked in like goo, which I can only imagine is honey. Pretty rowdy. And actually there is so much honey on the inside, I can't even see the attachment hardware for that trim piece. So, back to square one on that, I guess. So, just out here having some fun on Memorial Day. I wasn't able to put together a video for you guys this weekend. I went to the lake, tried to have some me time, but I'll throw this up on there real quick just so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So, if anyone needs parts off this car, most of it is spoken for, but I still have some things that I'm going to take off and just put away. Some of the trim is spoken for, the hubcaps are, the fender skirts are. So, let me know if you guys need anything. That's it for this video, just a short one. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get back to work before it starts raining, and we will see you next time.